Alrighty, and we are back for, well, January/December 4. Yesterday, if you forgot, we found our way into a kitchen after being hungry and baked some cookies. We then used a pencil to see numbers through the smoke. How did the logistics of that work? Don't ask, because I don't know. But here we go. 4th January. The cooled and less burnt cookies melt on your tongue with a delightful vanilla flavor. Why would the occupant of this particular abode just leave such tasty cookies to turn to charcoal? Perhaps they had fallen asleep somewhere? Be that as it may, there is no doubt that someone must be here, and they must know of an exit, so you decide to look for them. You leave the kitchen again and go to the other door. It opens without a problem, and you take a proper look. The doorknob is also on the inside where it belongs, and as there is no combination lock in sight, you decide to venture further in. This room appears to be a library, judging from the bookshelves. You stop in front of a comfortable-looking armchair and wonder whether to take a break for a short while. You hear a spine-tingling laugh that raises your hackles. Hello. Your voice fades away without an answer. Instead, you hear a faint crunch, and suddenly a stone falls on the floor in front of you. As you look up, rock dust trickles into your eyes. There is a crack in the ceiling up there. You stumble sideways and discover an even bigger hole. The wooden structure that may have originally supported the crack doesn't look very stable. More and more little stones begin to fall. And is that a note as well? You hurry to the middle of the room, and pick up the paper. Now open door 4. Behind it you will find 2 riddle cards, D1 and D2, and 3 wooden rods. Great, the room's collapsing. Huzzah! Here are 2 riddle cards, of which they both have decorated items. And here are our 3 logs. Here are our 3 logs. Riddle card D1 has a nice black and white wrapped box. And riddle card D2 has what appears to be gift wrapped wood. Okay. Inside of the room, the front of the room has said library. The bottom of the room has 3 puncturable holes. The top of the room has 3 holes on the top. I'm guessing we'll place these woods. The right of the room has more books, some spider webs, and a candle on a rolling cart. And the left side has, I'm guessing, the door I entered from. Or is that a secret passage? Either way, with a bookcase through. Anyway, so let's see. D1 says, a library shelf that's full of books. It's relevant to where you should look. A hint of blue upon the wall will show between the columns tall. You know a view can alter depending on where you stand. Your vision shouldn't falter from the task at hand. Look closely with a careful eye, lest your counting go awry. One, A and B. 2, B and C. 3, A and C. Well, alrighty then. Let's set up these so-called support structures. They wouldn't be giving me all 3 if I didn't need to put all 3 in, because otherwise you could just take 2. AB, BC, or BC, then AC. So, alright, let's get these guys inside, shall we? B is going up in there. I should have done C first. Okay. C is up and in. C is in. B got knocked out, and now B is back in. And finally, A. Here we go. Okay, so levers to fill the bookstore when you should look. A hint of blue upon the wall will show between the columns tall. You know, if you can, depending on where you stand, your vision shouldn't falter from the desk at hand. Look closely with a careful eye, lest all your counting go awry. So, between A and B, okay. So what they want that was 0. No, that'd be between B and C. So it's so it's obvious what they want here. They want you to find blue books. Books in blue are specially marked, so they want you to find the blue books. Going between the columns here. Looking between A and B. I see one blue book. Looking between B and C. I don't think they might be starting to die on me. I see 0. Between A and C, I see 2. But somehow I doubt 102 is the correct answer. I'm going to try it anyway, but I know I'm missing something. One, 0, 2. Like I said, I know I'm missing something, but let's see what I've got. It says right, upper left. So clearly, no, something I'm missing here. The big question is what? You know a view can alter depending on where you stand. Your vision shouldn't falter from the task at hand. Look closely with a careful eye, lest all your counting go awry. Now, damn, my flashlight is dying. Yeah, that's just the box itself. Huh. Unfortunately, much as I don't want to do this, I'm probably going to need some help here. Namely because, yeah. There's some blue books everywhere, with no particular blue shelving in sight. Even in the background, there seems to be more library, so... Even with the books that I can see here, they wouldn't make a 7. So if I assume that that circle isn't just coincidence, that'd be a 0. Looking between B and C, however, I see a crack on the wall. That might, well, I do see one. Oh, my bad. I do see 3 blue books between B and C. And then between A and C, I see 1, 2, 3. Although... One, two, 3. Does that one have something on it or no? No, this appears to be the covering, so... Okay, if A and C is 3, and then between A and B is between B and C is also 3, that would leave 1, 2, 3. It can't be 3, 3, 3. I'm going to live with clue just because I think when you're going with perspective, it's just a little bit vague. Because like I said, I know where I'm looking, but... Yeah, no, this immediately takes me off board, so that's not right. Okay. I feel like this is one of the ones where I kind of have to look up the solution. Simply because as much as I know what I need to do... So unless there's numbers mixed in there that I'm not seeing, which I'll take one last quick look just in case, but for the most part, and I genuinely do not think I am. Well, okay, fine. There is the fourth book between B and C. Well, that took a lot of fancy maneuvering. All the way between A and B here. Right to the edge, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you want me to use that whole thing as field of view, fine. But after this, I'm just looking at the solution. Then between A and C, there's 1, 2, 3. Nothing past that. So let's see if 743 gets me a better answer. I know what they want me to do. No, because again, this takes me off board. I know what they want me to do. They want me to look through I know what they want me to do. I genuinely do. Like I said here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Between B and C, we have 1, 3, 4. Yes. I know what they want me to do. So, before this video gets on too long, I'm going to go through the hints. These aren't going to count because I know what they want me to do. But nonetheless, I'm going to need help seeing the actual answer here. But nonetheless, first clue. Place the wooden rods vertically in room 4 in the form of columns. This will be very easy if you first push them into the holes in the ceiling and then anchor them to the bottom in the holes in the floor. Riddle card D1 shows you what you actually need to count. Riddle card D2 will tell you where. I knew this. You'll need riddle cards D1 and D2. 3 wooden rods, room 4. This I knew. Second clue. Have you positioned the 3 columns vertically in the room and anchored them to the holes? Good. The markings next to the holes assign a letter A, B, and C to each column. Riddle card D2 shows you which columns you need to count blue books between. Select the relevant columns and look between them. What could the message, "the view can alter," mean? We've already been through this. I'm apparently just missing a count. Anchor the columns in the solution. Anchor the columns in the room. Always look between 2 columns and count the blue books that you see. But look closely. Some of the books are well hidden in the blind spot behind a column. You will only notice them you only notice them if you look around the room from all angles, and we really mean all angles. Imagine you were standing in the room between the columns. What would you be able to see? 7 blue books between column A and B, which I got, 4 between B and C, which I got, and another 4 between A and C. This will give you the code 744. Yeah. Yeah. So depicted above, and then there is a picture that I can show you, which will show, but I do not see they're getting the fourth between A and C. Anyway, here's the picture that they're showing. It gives you the idea of what I'm looking at here. And just given from that picture alone, I can't find the fourth one between A and C. I don't know if that's a me issue. I really don't. I am going to check again. Sure enough, bottom right, upper right, left gives you, hex gives you 6-pointed star, 6-pointed star, hexagon, where I will write the 5 down. But as I said, I'm going to look at that one more time here because I'm not going to lie, I don't buy that. As they said, 744, which means that there should be 4 between A and C. I am telling you right now that the only way that qualifies is if one of the two books on the side of the library actually are in between. There's no book on the ground. And there's only, and then granted there are 2 books on the, 2 blue on the very left side of that. As far as I can physically turn this, there is nothing. The only way this would qualify, the only way you can get 4 for A and C is if you really make a hard turn. Let me try to explain. So you have the 2 pillars, A and C here, just for A and C, just for sake of argument here. There is a book behind C right here, but that is directly behind the pillar to the point where you're actually, like, if this is the pillar, the camera angle's at the pillar here, you have to walk looking this way behind the pillar at an angle that, yeah, okay, fine, yes, it counts, but I feel like in order to actually get to that perspective, okay, fine, yeah, I guess, but that's a really tight push. Whatever, I will count using the solution.